Going on, everybody? It's been a while since we made a video. Between the long hours of work and trying to get stuff done around here, we haven't had much chance to really mess with anything, which blows, but life happens. This one, I think we done a video on a while back. This is the one, I'm pretty sure it's the one we found sitting in a trash pile on the side of the road. And it would run, but only when you prime it through the carb. So I'm pretty sure the carburetor's just gummed up in it. But I got one of the guys I work with, he is in the process of buying a house. Has till the end of the month to the lease is up on his apartment, and they're in the process of closing, and it took about every penny he has to try to get this house, and he's going to be needing a mower. So we're going to try to get this going, and I'm hoping it's just the carburetor just needs cleaned up, and we'll see how it goes from there. This thing actually cleans up really nice. When we first had it, it was just covered in all kinds of, it was so bad, you couldn't even really tell what color it was. I had it cleaned up real nice once, but had it sitting out here stored underneath this K5, and you can see where all the dirt and dust is settled on it, but it should still, it'll clean back up. I'll clean it all up and everything, and before I give it to him, and then take care of, how you can see it on the camera, knock this rust, clean that all up, and hit it with some undercoating and stuff so he doesn't have to worry about it. And we'll dig into it real quick. And I'm hoping it's just a carb. So I'm not positive, but I don't think I have a carburetor that'll fit this. Not positive. I might, but it's got an air filter in it. That's a plus. But they're not real bad to take off. Just a few screws. We'll get it off, pop the bowl off of it, see what it looks like. I just didn't have time when we first got it. We just cleaned it up and checked to see if it would run. It ran. And that was kind of it, I believe. It's been a little while since we had a chance to really mess with it. So I'm hoping all goes well. It'll definitely save him some money on having to buy one. Yeah, it does fit. Yeah, I thought so. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the housing market, but everything is through the roof right now. Selling over book price, so it's kind of hurting for cash, so we'll see what we can do to help him out. He didn't even know that, of course I've never really mentioned it at work, as far as a little bit of gas in it. Yeah, it looks bad. Try to get some of that garbage out of that tank. I guess there ain't much in it. He didn't even have a clue that we did this for people, as far as getting them, fixing them, getting them away, you know, stuff like that. So I mentioned it to him. And so he was saying he sure would be grateful if we could help him out. So we're going to do what we can do to try to help him out. I thought I had one out here that would fit this. Maybe not. Where's that socket? So I'm hoping it runs. I'm hoping we can get it running for him anyway. I got one other one that we messed with a while back. I can't remember what in the world was wrong with it to save my life. We just haven't had a chance to do anything. On the way home from work, I did manage find an old snow, or not snow blower, an old leaf blower that we're going to try to get running at some point. An old weed eater brand. I don't know if it runs or not. The string's busted on it, so let's get a string set up on it and all that good stuff. Yeah, really old school weed eater. Oh yeah, the bowl's been leaking. This looks pretty gummed up, so let's see here. Let's see what we got. The gasket doesn't break. I can't remember if I don't ever remember having this one apart. It's been a while since we've had this thing. Yeah, she's pretty crusty. Smells a lot like paint thinner. If you guys can see in there or not, but it's definitely got some funk in it. I'm pretty sure I have a brand new spark plug for it. Yeah, it's got some float's got a little bit of stuff stuck to it, all dried up. Everything looks like it's moving free though. So I'll do the best I can to clean the carb up. See what we can get out of it. We'll see. Gasket's still in, the gasket's still in one piece, but alrighty, I'll get this cleaned up a little bit and we'll see what we got. Good news, bad news. Bad news is I lost somewhere. I dropped the needle valve. It goes down in the carb. Too much glare, but this is the parts carburetor. So I did find a parts carburetor and seal that goes around underneath the bowl. And the one I took off, the gasket was actually broke, but this parts one appeared to be an okay one. So I just used that gasket, took the needle valve out of it, put in it, so we're going to get the carb on. And hope for the best. It cleaned up pretty decent for not having a sonic cleaner, which I'll get eventually. One of these days. Hopefully. What do I do with that? But until then, it's all elbow grease. We're soaking them, but we're kind of in a hurry, so kind of hoping for the best. Should work. I hope. Fingers crossed. And worst they have to do is maybe get a carb for it. That, like I was saying, carbs for these, you get on eBay and man, they're just so cheap. It's hard not to just buy a new one. I mean, because you can get them shipped to your house for less than $20 usually. Most of the time anyway, most of the luck I've had anyway with them, finding them online, they're fairly cheap. So in most cases it's easier just to, I don't know if you guys can hear it, there's a decent breeze blowing. Thankfully it's pretty hot out, but if you're having a hard time hearing me, I apologize for that. Work on weed eaters too much. This mower is this thing. It's a Murray Select 3-in-1. It isn't god awful what I guess. It's about 6 years old. I think it's I know it's older than I thought. It's February 15th, 2005. So it's got a few years on it. I didn't think it was quite that old, but I guess so. Let's see if I can get that fuel line to pop all the way off and make sure we don't have no surprises in it. The bowl came pretty decently clean, I guess, for not having a sonic cleaner or any kind of cleaner right now. Some old gas. But do what we can do. Chris is a nice guy, so I'll do what I can to help him out. And he'd do the same for me. Just hoping we don't have no fuel leaks. Those aren't the world's best gaskets on there. Which at the same point, it's time you get online and buy the O-ring gasket up there, the one that goes in the screw in the bottom, and the one for the air cleaner and all that. I've seen on there just the gaskets alone will cost you the same price as buying a carburetor kit, which most of the kits come with all the gaskets and everything, so it's real close to the same price. So, in my opinion, you're better off just buying a whole nother carburetor, getting it all said and done. Some of them actually for about 20 to 25. You get a new air filter with it. I think it was one of the other mowers I done. It was $24. That was the carburetor, all the gaskets, new plug, new air filter, guaranteed to fit. So we're hoping for the best here. Primer looks good. Alright, guess it's going to be the moment of truth. Get some gas in there and see what happens. Let's hope we don't have no fuel leaks. It's got brand new oil in it. Let's see how it goes. It is a 6.5 horse Quantum, 22 inch. Hopefully there's no fuel leaks. Just enough in it to do the job. God knows, $3 a gallon for gas. Gas ain't cheap right now, so. Yeah, let's see if it'll start. Got the bottom of the tank covered. Primer seems to be working, from what I can tell. Let's see if she fires up. Yeah, let's try a little more. Can't get much of a pull on her. I'm right up against the fence. Appears to be leaking. Scoot her up a little bit. Nothing yet. Maybe it's not enough gas. Sure looks like it. Flooded it out. She should clean up really nice. Still nothing leaking. Can't tell for sure if it's pulling gas. Alright. Get the air filter off and check her out and see what we got. And we got the air filter off. I think that carb might actually be plugged up, so I'll try to attempt to get enough fuel in this straw. Probably not. Straw must have a hole in it. Need to primer this dude, see what happens. It's plugged up. You can always try that other carburetor and see if it's any good or not. I'm not sure if it is or not, to tell you the truth. There we go. A little bit of gas in there. See what she'll do now. Yeah, looks like we're having a carb issue. See if we can get something to hold that handle down while we play with the carburetor. My guess is going to be that carb is plugged. Be my best guess anyway. Trust me, I'm not a professional. I just do it to try to help people out. Far from being a professional at this. So my guess is it's a carb. So I got that other carburetor. I'll get it back together and toss it on and see if we get a different result. I'll be right back. And here we go. I went ahead and swapped the carb out on it. The other one, it seemed like it was, let it sit there and run and rev it a little bit, and it seemed like it was clearing up, so I put the air filter and the backing plate for the air filter on it. It started getting real choppy and stalled out, so let's put this carb on it and see what happens. I don't know if the carb's any good or not. We'll give her a shot. Try the same way, I reckon. Probably end up having to get a card for it. It's going to be my guess. Good thing is they're cheap and they're easy to replace. Still should have enough gas in it. Give her a prime. See what happens. carb. I can't remember what this carburetor's off of, but it's the same design, but I don't know if it's the same style motor. There's a lot of that crap interchanges, so. I'm still thinking it needs a carburetor. That one, I can't remember what it's off of, but freaking motor runs great. Figure out what's... Yeah, it's not hitting nothing anywhere. I just have to figure out what's vibrating on it. It's hard to tell. But not bad. I'll give me a second here. I'll shoot it with some water. Let you guys see what it looks like. This thing looks really nice when it's cleaned up. Here we go. You see it's cleaning up pretty nice. I do say so myself. It's pretty good for just letting the hose run over it and hit it with an old dirty rag. Here's what I was talking about with you get online. Cheapest I found them is eBay. I looked this one up. Let me get this down here where you can see it here. You can focus in on it. That's a whole carburetor kit. That's the plug, the filter, carburetor, the gaskets, new primer ball and all. $11.46, free shipping straight to your door. You know, you just can't beat that for something. I mean, that's all it takes to fix this. I'm about positive. You know, considering the one carb was pretty much trash. This one I don't even know anything about, but I mean, it makes it run. Of course, it's got something vibrating on the deck, but you know, it's easy to figure out. But I'm sure Chris will be happy with it. I'll still get the wire wheel out and take this off, to take the cover off, get the wire wheel and clean all that up. Throw some truck bed undercoating on it or something, just to try to save the deck a little bit. It's got good tires on it, 6.5 horse, 22-inch cut. Not bad, especially since I got it for free. It's worth 12 bucks and a little bit of time to get it running to help somebody out. So not bad. We'll get her going, give it to him as soon as he gets his house done. If something doesn't work out for him, he doesn't get the house, I'll find someone else that can use it. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Any comments, if you think there's something else that could be besides the carb, I definitely appreciate it. And should have, see that blower coming up, you know, really old school weed eater coming up, and some work on the trucks. So that's what you can see in the background, the privacy fence. That's all we've been doing, is trying to get new fencing put around the house. So I'm in the process of making a gate to be able to get in and out. That's why I haven't been able to get the truck out, because the K5 is pretty much done, ready to hit the trails, and then the K20 is getting really close. So hopefully here soon we'll have some videos coming up of that. And as always, thanks for watching. It's kind of a almost thumbs up. I mean, it runs, there's no engine noise, it don't smoke, so we'll consider it a win, especially since we get that carburetor on it. Thank you.